Today we are going to the part Kake that we ended up like 3 weeks ago at, and I originally thought that we would go into some of those glaciers airports, and we have like several of them. I initially thought that this one looked nice because it is at 7,000 feet elevation. Also, that one is at 7,000 feet, although it's already in Canada, but I don't think that's an issue. And there is also one that is here that is at almost 4,000 feet of elevation. When I look at the forecast, especially the cloud forecast, and here this is Kake, and you know, someplace here in this area, for example, here is the field at Canada side, and you can see that the forecast is at 5,000 feet overcast. Then we have 7,000, 6,000, 5,000, and on top of it, the mountain obscuration, obviously. And here we have also some turbulence. I have not been able to determine what's the altitude, or it's just maybe all altitudes for this turbulence. But yeah, low level wind shear plus minus 15 knots. Oh, it should be some wonderful flight. The glacier that is a little bit lower, for example, that one is 4,000 feet. And I believe if I take it on this map, it's someplace there. Right? So if those clouds stay, you know, at this altitude, we should be able to easily, or not easily, but like find it and land somewhere. So I think that that's gonna be our best option. We should be able to enter that, you know, through here and fly along this. There's like a gentle upslope terrain. You can see it's 500 feet, 1,000, then 1,500, and so on. And also the width of this is around, yeah, 1.3, a little bit more miles. So it should also be possible if we fly slow enough to turn back. You know, if we would be in the danger of entering clouds or something like that. So we should have plenty of space, you know, to turn back, and even here it's even wider. So that's something to consider, at least from my side. I have no idea how this looks like, you know, from the air, but I guess that since there is some parking and something, that maybe we should be able to see maybe some cabin or something, you know, around here. So hopefully we'll be able to find this, right?
Thomas, what is the ICAO code for that place that you're going to land?
It does not have any ICAO code
Okay. Okay.
because
So,
it's you know, it's some random field. I don't think
oh,
it exists there in the real life.
okay. Okay. So I need to go and look up in SkyVector if I can see it first. Okay.
Yeah, well, if I go to SkyVector, let's actually do that. It's a good idea, and try to, you know, at least work out the approximate location, right? So we're gonna do a new one, and we will start at Pafe and or Kake, and then it's someplace there.
Someplace
So
there. Okay.
yeah, so we have this Bear Glacier
Okay.
and Oasis Glacier, and if I look at the little map, actually let me do that one since I have this wide monitor here. Right. So this will be this Bear Glacier. This is the Oasis Glacier there, and the field is actually someplace there if I look correctly. So like here, I think.
Okay.
Looks like this because this is this oasis, then we have some, you know, something like that here, and I believe that's gonna be that one. Then we have this one there, which is this, so it's probably maybe here actually.
Hold
Right.
on, maybe
Okay.
I can just paste the coordinates into the group flight chat.
Yeah, it has a coordinate. Yeah, of course. That should be maybe better. Show information for. Does it have coordinates here, here, here?
I use the floodplain route description window because it outputs the in the correct format for SkyVector.
Okay, so let's see yours.
Yeah, it's in the group flight chat window.
So let's see. I will actually see how much I aired. Oh, look at it.
Ooh, nice. Look at you go.
Yeah, so yeah, so it's there.
Okay.
But thank you, that was helpful. Yeah, so as far as Thomas Bay, oh, my bay, it shouldn't be much more difficult, much difficult to actually find this entry, right? That should be pretty easy to do. Also, you can see it there. Yeah, it should not give us any real problems, to find this entry point. And then, just fly along the glacier and get it done, right? And here I believe since we have some clouds, I will do something like this. Yeah, basically, circle that. And also to a little bit prolong the flight path, because even if I do that, it's just 70 miles. Speed, I don't remember what speed I observed last time. Was it 130 or something like that? Yeah, let's see it like that. So that's my plan, how to get there. We should have like a land takeoff and land landing. Hopefully it's not gonna give us any real trouble.
I think I'm going to take the non-amphibian variant today. I'm not really sure if I can land the amphibian on an ice strip.
I will take this big Radials, even though I have problems with it. I still want to find out if I'm able to make it work. I believe that some of the problems I have with handling it is that it has these very highly mounted engines, and what I initially observed as a wrong behavior maybe is actually correct. When you take away power, and it actually wants to go up initially, because yeah, or if you add power, it wants to go down because you add power, and the aircraft wants to pitch down, right? Because engines are sitting on top. I'll just show it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like it pivots the center of thrust is below the engines.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's yeah, and the vice versa if you take away power, right? So it wants to pitch up. So I believe that it's actually a correct behavior that I previously misinterpreted as being wrong. So yeah, so I need to make sure that I can learn to fly it.
And I need to reset all my keyboard shortcuts.
Keyboard shortcuts?
Yeah, I used to have shortcuts to mute myself.
Oh.
But those are gone on this computer.
Ah, yeah, so some maiden problems might be there. Okay, so yeah, so let's try for it. The backup, if it's not possible, we have this spurt cove cabin, for example, that I believe we can land at, right? We have some runway there, and then we can taxi in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be a backup, for me if it's not possible, to take it up there. And also I wanted to review one last thing, and that is the forecast of wind. And in this case, I do care about. Okay, so we have like very strong winds also at the close to the surface. But what I wanted to see was the surface winds up at the glacier. And if I see correctly, I would say that we should be landing from the north. But I'm not sure how it is flattened, you know, it looks like this is downhill. And if it is downhill, then it depends, you know, how strong those winds are. Because uphill will help you a lot. I guess it's.
So we are landing on runway 13. Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah, that's what I was suggesting. But then we need to take into account the slope there, and I don't know how much it is slope. This is 3,800. Let's find some. This is 4,000. So one of those is it goes by 40, right? 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. Yeah. So it looks like that the difference in altitude may be as something like 40 feet, which is not that great. 40 feet on 16,000 feet. Yeah, okay. So I believe that I would prefer runway 13 actually, even though then it's gonna be downhill.
So you think it'll be paved, or will there be a runway kind of a thing? Or is it just ice?
No, I think it's ice field. You know, it's gonna be some ice or something. So,
But you think we'll be able to make out like a
no idea,
runway?
no idea.
No idea.
I'll see. You know, if anything, then it should be like straight in the middle of these two mountains. So if you cannot find the runway, just, you know, make the best landing possible. You know, just land somewhere.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
And as far
That'll
as
be me.
winds right now, we have from the west. The winds from the east actually. So runway 11 looks like a good choice there, which is nice because we are actually starting on runway 11. Well, with that, I wish you happy flying, and we'll see what we can make out of it.
Be flying.
Happy flying.
Head is on. This is working. That's fine. So I need to get the aircraft repaired.
Yeah, I know what I forgot to back up. My model matching file.
Hello from an Airbus.
I thought about replacing the generic piston. So
Generic
no
piston.
Airbus
No
for me.
Airbus. Okay. That's a pity. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So parking brake is set. Yeah, I need to recycle those controls there. So it's correct. Unlock. Yeah, table is unlocked. I want to say this. Yes. Nice. And again, I want leather yoke. Nice. Okay. Yeah, have positions there. Good. Let's pull it out for now. Carburetor. Let's check that that's working. To find out which controls I assigned to carburetor here. Yeah, that one and that one. Good. So that's cold. Propeller decrease. Yes, decrease RPM. That's good. Fuel tank. Selector. Okay, so let's put both. Is that right? Both. Okay. Fuel cutoff valves. Oh, okay. That's startup. Oh, okay. So then the battery and generators go on. Propeller, yes, on. Fuel cutoff valves on. So just put that on. Fuel cross fuel valve close. Wobble pump. Okay, which button was that? I don't remember anymore. Was it this one? Yes. And we have fuel pressure. Do we have fuel pressure? Yes, we have. Emergency switch. Ignition on. There we go. Mixture idle cutoff, pump throttle, 4 to 8 strokes. Temperature outside is 10 degrees. So 2, 3, 4, let's say 6. 6 is a good number. Okay. Then throttle. Okay, we'll start the right engine first. So I just crack it. Magnetos on the right engine. Do both. And then we engage the starter, and after that, mixture automatic reach once the engine catches. Yes. And where do we have the starter? Is it here? Oh, that's not the starter. Maybe that one. Yes. Oil pressure is in the nice. Yeah, this is an automatic reach, so right there, yes. Okay, so other engine. Crack it. Also good, so I will just increase RPM on the first one. White light. Okay, now for the altimeter setting. I want to verify this. So it says, oh, that it could go more. RPM also on the second one. So it says that the altimeter should be, that's like an hour old, but 29071. So if I press B, this should be 29071. So how the hell is this 29071? This is 29071, right? Completely baffled, you know, how to set this. Altitude of this field 172. So that now reads more or less correctly. Well, I'm a little bit lower, but if I put this to 197, no. I don't know how to manually set this, you know. I will need to kind of back to like pressing B. I don't know. Looks like it. Now, so this is like the turnabout island. have, okay. Then we have the mass bay. And basically that of glacier. And yeah, okay. Still haven't fixed it, I will still need to do that by hand. But alright, that's fine. So we will take runway 11. And the radio is 22.9er. And 1 to 2. I need to connect to VATSIM. Forgot to do that one. Kake traffic, November 2751 Alpha is Grumman Goose on the ramp and taxiing for runway 11. Okay. Okay, so park brake goes off. Let's see.
Kake traffic, November 75600, is a Cessna Type 172, taxiing to runway 11, Kake traffic.
That was not a good taxiway. Very hard to get it moving. run up here. So parking brake on. Pressure doesn't help, it just wants to go over. Interesting. Just need to make it do. So, flaps up. The landing light on. Kake traffic, November 2751 Alpha, lining up runway 11 and runway 11 takeoff with the right hand turnout afterwards. Kake. Lock that, steering, and let's go. We have speed, lift off, gear up.
Kake, November 75600 is lining up on runway 11 and taking off on runway 11, Kake traffic.
Just stay low. Okay, so manifold pressure. Kake traffic, November 2751 Alpha. I'm on the right downwind for runway 11 and will continue flying to the northwest at 1,500 feet. Kake. Right, so RPM, manifold pressure can be a little bit higher. Yes, and we go to auto lean.
Passing runway 11, right on departure.
Be a little bit faster. go a little bit lower then. Visibility is really bad. Because of the rain. This could easily be the turnaround island. Or not. It should hug the coast. General direction should be around 84. Well, I don't like this. I'll just climb a little bit up. Let's see if I crash or not. Try to turn it around. certain level. Emergency procedure here. Keep altitude and flying this direction. This should take me back to where I was.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we can continue.
I already turned around, but I'm flying totally blind now and trying to keep the reciprocal course. Hopefully exiting this shit soon.
Yeah.
So I'm in the emergency mode right now.
Yeah. I do have a fancy G1000, so it's not that bad, but I'm not flying visually, certainly not.
No. It was like looking remarkably fine for a while, with still minimum visibility, but at least something. But now it's not even that.
Yeah.
I'm flying to flight reciprocal and thinking of actually climbing a little bit more. I don't know where I am at all.
Don't think it will be better.
No, I mean I'm flying now in the reverse direction. And I guess I'll just turn a bit. Just want to enter some visibility. It says there should be like 10 miles visibility.
Yeah. All goes out the window as soon as there's rain. It just goes to zero instantly.
Yeah. Well, I haven't hit any mountain yet, but I don't know where I am, so let's see.
My way back to Kake. We left, it was somewhat okay visibility wise, so maybe. Yeah, looks like Kake has still some visibility left.
Does it?
I'm just going back there for now, yeah.
Or just do some cheating and use a moving map.
Yeah. That's what I always do. These things, they exist for a reason. Okay, traffic November 36 Foxtrot, Kodiak, 5 knots out at 700, going for a direct entry runway 11. Okay.
Well, I'm flying at 1,000 feet. I'm just, I don't know, 5-10 miles west of Kake, and I don't see anything.
Are you all
Yeah, the
guys
bay
returning to
at Kake is well better visibility-wise.
Okay.
Are you guys returning to Kake?
Yeah.
I have to switch my VFR by that. Because I couldn't see anything. So I'm going to try and see if I can get the glacier and find weather.
Okay, traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, 2 mile final runway 11. Okay.
Traffic November 2751 Alpha, also returning for runway 11 direct entry to the final, currently 400 feet altitude, estimating 8 miles to the west. Okay. I see some ship.
Yeah. Traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, short final runway 11, full stop. Copy. It's so windy on top of all that.
Another ship. So there's a circle around Kake. That visibility is not that bad, but the rest is just, yeah, not good.
That was one of my best landings this year. Traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, exactly runway 11.
Kake traffic, November 2751 Alpha, about 6 mile final to runway 11. Kake.
traffic, and the Pacific Foxtrot, stop taxiing runway 11, we got the traffic on final side. Okay.
So you will be able to watch me come into you.
Yeah, not if I can leave on time. Traffic, Northern Treaty Foxtrot, runway 11 vacated, taxi with departure. Okay. Like I hear myself, someone has the speakerphones on.
It's me or?
Maybe it's a rush, but probably.
Sorry, what was that again, Christian?
Do you have a speakerphone on? Because I hear myself talking. At this
I
part.
muted myself.
Okay, strange.
Hopefully, it will get.
Yeah.
Kake traffic, November 2751 Alpha, 3 mile final, runway 11. Full stop. Kake traffic, November 2751 Alpha, 1 mile final, runway 11. Full stop. Traffic, November 2751 Alpha, backtracking, runway 11. Okay.
fair weather, it's a very beautiful place to sit. Because I switched my weather so I can see.
Too bad there is no fair weather.
Yeah.
Well, we are alive.
Yep.
I guess I might take this time to actually try to finish configuration in SPAD next for this aircraft a little bit. Might be worth trying.
Yeah, I guess I could at least set up correct model matching for the Goose.
At least that.
Let's turn this thing off. Okay. Oh, okay, no, that's not what I meant. Oh, there it is. Right.
Alright, so I will take this time to actually try to finish configuration of my SPAD next. Thank you. Not sure if I'm gonna upload this flight, but if I did, then you can see that, and see you next time. Bye bye.